Hey guys, good morning, welcome to another live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stock Sniper Trading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.
Recording in progress.
Hey everybody, welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Ron, my partner is Dave. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys. Today's date is, let me see what today's date is. It is Thursday, November the 30th. It's just after 1 p.m. Eastern. Yep, Val, nice drop on US30. So right now guys, US30 it dropped, pulled back. We got some resistance and pushing back down. We'll see if it creates like a bottom down here. Maybe comes back up and there's our resistance. Same with NASDAQ, a little bit of a push down. Guys, we're gonna review indices today, 2 charts, and then we'll flip-flop with Bookmap. We'll look at the order book, how everything is flowing going into power hour. So Dow Jones and NASDAQ, we'll talk a little bit about it. We'll educate a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about what the markets are doing right now. So thank you guys for joining. I appreciate all of you guys. Everybody in Zoom, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate all of you guys. Juanito, Raul, thank you. Kim, Kosova, Mirdita, welcome. Steven, welcome. Wayne, Juanito, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. You're amazing. Thank you, Martin. Everybody, Forex traders, thank you guys for joining, and everyone on YouTube. Appreciate all of you guys as well. Pino, Vareen, thank you guys for joining. Prashant, thank you. Mustafa, thank you, bro. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Ellie, welcome. Thank you, bro. I appreciate. Yeah, thank you. If you're getting Ali, if you're getting good benefit from the live streams, I hope it's helping you and can help you with your trading. Inshallah. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Okay, guys. Let's get started. I appreciate all of you guys. Franco, thank you for joining, guys. Okay, I can give shout outs to everybody that we appreciate here at SST, but we got 2 hours, guys. We got to get into these markets. So if we can just hit the like button, guys, I do. That's what we encourage here at SST. It does help us reach the traders that need some financial help, and we want to reach out to them. Okay, everywhere around the world. And it just takes a simple like. If you do get value out of the channel, that's what I ask. If you're getting value out of the channel and you're learning something every single day and you're having fun with us, then just please hit the likes and subscribe to the channel. Okay. Starting now. So first 5 minutes, I like to just go through like a little routine. It's kind of like a routine what I do, not just streaming here for you guys, but also my routine that I do as I trade. So first thing I do is, let me just explain what this is. This is called Bookmap over here. Some of you guys are getting much more familiar with this. Some of you guys have no idea what this is. So this over here on the right, we have Bookmap. It is a live liquidity futures market platform, and I have it on YM, which is Dow Jones over here, and we also have NQ, which is NASDAQ. Guys, I just updated for you guys. If you guys have Bookmap and you were looking for the new contract for gold, this is what it is. This is going into month of February G, so it's GC G4 Comex at Rhythmic. So for you guys in Zoom, if you guys couldn't find what the new contract was for gold, this is what it is. GC G4. And also if you guys do crude oil, this is the new contract for crude oil. It's NYMEX, New York Mercantile Exchange. So it's CLG4. at Rhythmic. Okay, so if you need those two tickers for gold and crude oil, these are what they are. I'm still sticking with these current contracts of NQ and Dow, and we will be changing these soon in the new year when the liquidity starts getting flatter over here. Okay, and what it simply is these are our offers above us and these are our bids below us. Currently, this white line is the VWAP, volume weighted average price. When volume is above VWAP, it is said to be at a premium, and when it's below the VWAP, it is said to be at a discount. Okay, and then we want to find our levels where there's the big blocks in the market. So just to mark up here, this is in 15-minute time slices. We have 12:15. 12:30, 12:45, 1 o'clock, we just started the call, and then we're going to approach 1:15. So right here, I'm just going to place a yellow line where we bottomed out. Right over here, just between 12:15 and 12:30. So you can see this area, 35,700 is holding. The sellers tried to break this area, but lots of support demand came into the market and pushed it right back up to the VWAP. We got some trapped liquidity of buyers up there, then it's pulling back, and we're going to see now, are we going to range in here like right below the VWAP, and here maybe it's going to build, it's going to accumulate, and maybe we might continue to push up or it might push down. Okay, the markets are trading really nice today. Good volume to trade. If you guys have had a great day, let me know, how's your day going, everybody? Are we doing good today? Are we doing so-so, comme ci comme ça, what they say in French, or is it a bad day today? Bad day, Dennis? Okay. We got to learn from it, Dennis. You were doing so well. Okay. Dennis, I know you were doing really, really well. And then it takes one bad day to ruin everything, but don't let it take away from everything. Walk away from the markets, review the trades, Dennis, and then we continue to move forward. Okay, we're gonna have days where they're gonna be setbacks. They're gonna be like, I look at them as pullbacks. You know, when there's pullbacks in trading and then you continue making new higher highs. That's kind of what you got to look at trading. There's always going to be pullbacks, guys, but you don't want to destroy your account. You were 200 away from getting funded, but that's that you don't need to rush. I know a lot of people have trouble the last when they're $100 away from getting funded, $200, and then they start over doing bigger lot sizing just to complete it, and then there's a setback, and then you lose 2 days worth of. You could just like a snail, guys, slow and steady to get there, slow and steady. You don't need to just finish complete challenges very, very fast. Take your time, okay? Just please listen to me, guys. I don't know why a lot of you guys don't listen to what I say every single day. You guys are making this more complicated for yourselves. Slow and steady, guys, please. I hope I'm getting through to some of you guys, or am I just wasting time coming on here and no one is listening or understanding what I'm saying? Okay, I truly am trying to help you guys, everybody on Zoom and YouTube, but you have to understand that you're not going to do this all in one day, all in 1 week. It takes time, guys. Please, or else you're going to put yourself in that hole that traders get in, and then it's difficult to get out. Okay, so I don't want to make this call into a negative call. We had the talks yesterday. Let's make this into a positive call. Let's have some fun. Let's look for some trades. Let's talk about what's going on in the markets. And what we got to do is, okay, so I have a routine, guys. Some of you guys know my routine. My routine is smoke a joint, have some Gatorade, and get into the markets. That's when everyone asks, Ron, what's your trading routine? What do you start off with? I start off with smoking a joint. That's my daily routine. Okay. Maybe it is part of your daily routine. I don't know. But my next daily routine is, after I smoke a joint, I look at Forex Factory. I like to look at what is going on in the market for the security that I'm trading. I like to see what's going on here. So we talked about, if you're a crude oil trader, OPEC meetings all day today. The big oil-rich nations can cut supply, demand. What are they doing? That's, if you're trading crude oil, that's what you should be following all day. Red folder. We had some GDP here in Canada, came out positive. Unemployment claims. This is the big one. 8:30 today. We had unemployment claims. How did they come out? So we've been talking about this for the past 2-3 weeks. We go over unemployment. We explain what it is. So previous was 211,000. They forecasted 219,000. That's 8,000 more individuals applying for unemployment. Is that good or bad on the forecast? Good or bad? From 211 to 219, that's a 8,000 individual increase applying for unemployment. Good for US dollar or bad for US dollar? What do we think? Bad. Okay. Okay, so bad. That's, yeah. So, and then what was the actual number that came out? 218. So it's still bad. It's 7,000 more individuals applying for unemployment, but it's just 1,000 off of their forecast. So it is technically, it's negative. It's not good. And then if you're trading US dollar at that time, you can see how it affects at 8:30, and then how other securities that are correlated. If you're trading gold, you'll see how it moves at that time. Okay, and just going forward this afternoon, what do we have? We've already not much this afternoon. Tomorrow, guys. Okay, I just want to reiterate that tomorrow, a lot of individuals think tomorrow is NFP. It unfortunately is not tomorrow. It is next Friday. Due to the Thanksgiving holiday last week, that kind of threw the scheduling off over here. But tomorrow we do not have NFP. We do have ISM manufacturing at 10 a.m. And this one I want to highlight. Okay, so if you're trading tomorrow afternoon, and we will be trading from, again, 1 to 3 p.m., we have Mr. Chair Powell, Jay Powell, speaking at 11 a.m. Red folder. Okay, it's not FOMC. It's not like numbers coming out, but he is speaking. So he's going to address and ask questions, and so the markets will be volatile at this time. And he comes back at 2 p.m. when we'll be trading. So please, guys, make note of this, okay? So if you're trading and you see some suspect moves tomorrow at this time, you know why. Mr. Powell is going to be speaking. And then we go into the weekend, and then we'll come back next week. Earnings, guys. This is a free website. This is part of my routine. I go through this thing daily. I kind of do this like maybe the night before to see if I'm trading, which I normally trade US30. I want to see, is there any corporations, any companies that are inside the US30 that I should be looking at? Which ones are heavily weighted? Which ones should I show more emphasis on? If you're trading NASDAQ, maybe want to know what's in here. If you're trading S&P 500, maybe you want to know what's in here. When they release, we have pre-market release, and then we have after hours. So today we had pre-market, we had Kroger. Big ones that I'm watching here are the banks in Canada. We have TD Bank. Okay, this was my former employer here. TD Bank, I do hold shares with TD Bank. Also, a lot of Canadian banks today. Royal Bank of Canada, RBC. We also have CIBC, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. So it's a good indication to see what the Canadian banks are doing, and this might translate into the American banks, the bigger ones. It starts off with the regional banks, and then we move into the bigger ones. And if you know US30, which ones it's consisted of the big banks, you should know JP Morgan and those big ones. So I like to follow banks. That's why I trade US30 more so than I trade NASDAQ, because NASDAQ is all tech related. I'm interested in tech. I do enjoy tech, but I'm more interested in what banks are doing. So that was pre-market today. After hours, you hit this toggle switch right here, and it will show us what's going on in the after hours. So if there's anything in particular individual you trade, maybe you trade options on Dell. Dell reports today at 4:05. They give you their estimate of their earnings and their estimate of their revenue. We'll see if it's a beat. We'll see if it's if they don't beat it, and forward guidance as well. If you listen to conference calls, you can get some good information on forward guidance for your companies. So make sure you just take a look at this. It does help, guys. It does help, and then you can start to improve and become a better trader. Going over here, guys, let's continue moving forward. I pinned a Telegram at the top of the YouTube channel. This is our free Telegram. We recommend that you join it. It's free. Show exactly what we do here at SST. If you guys are wondering, we stream in London, we stream in New York, Wall Street, we stream post New York, we stream at this time, and we stream Tokyo sessions. With our Zoom members, and this is a little feedback of what the Zoomers are doing in here. This was a gold buy, and we do give free signals here as well. We show what the Scalper Pro does. We give members testimonies and things like that, and promotions. Okay, that's in here. And just to go over the social links really quickly, that's our website, and over here is our Instagram and our YouTube channel. If you follow the Instagram, give us a follow on SST right here. This is us, guys. Use the links provided in that free Telegram because they are official and they are us. They are not the scammers who may message you guys and try and take some of your money. Don't give anybody any money. We would never message you guys about crypto to give us $500 and we'll give you $5,000 in investments. It's all BS. Don't do that, guys. So these are all of our links. Our broker that we recommend is HankoTrade. Prop firm that we recommend right now, Take Profit Funding. I've passed phase 1. I'm waiting for credentials for phase 2 to go on, and it's a good prop firm. And over here, this is myself and Dave. If you want to follow us, okay. Now that's out of the way. Daily routine is done. Let's get into the charts. Let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with US30. Right now we can see it's making a higher low, double bottom, and we're testing the neckline right up here. We're going to see if we get a breakout or if it pulls back, and then I'll get over to NASDAQ. Okay, so let's put our thinking caps on. Let's get into the markets now. I hope everybody's having a good day, and I hope if you're struggling, I hope that maybe we can make your day better, okay? But just stay positive, everybody. You know, negativity can really compound, and then you got to get out of the rut. You got to get out. If you're in a slump right now, if you're in a trading slump, you gotta get out of it. It takes time to get out of it, but if you keep trading without the proper mindset, you're probably going to make matters worse. So sometimes it's good to just walk away from the markets, whether it's 15 minutes, whether it's 1 hour, whether it's 1 day, whether it's 1 week. Walk away from the markets. Get your mindset correct. Move away from the markets and come back when you're mentally stable to come back to these markets. Because if you trade on emotions, you're probably gonna trade at your worst, and then you're just gonna compound the problems with more financial losses, more disappointment, more frustration when you're trading and you're not reading these candles and you're not reading these markets correct. Okay, so please, guys, take care of your health. Take care of your mindset, because that translates to your trading. If you can get out there and do some exercise daily, get out to the gym, just free your mind. Stress, you know, all traders have stress. We all have stress, but it's nice to do hobbies that take your mind off of trading, and then you can get back into the markets. Please, guys, have some hobbies. Go to the gym, get some exercise, go for a walk, do what you need to do, okay? Right now I see we impulsively broke out, okay? We broke out above the VWAP. I just traded right into those offers, and here's our pullback to see. This is like a retest to see if we can hold above the VWAP. Psychological area 35,750, and then we can read how many bids are below us. So we're going to see if this is a fake out or an actual breakout that's they're grabbing more liquidity, grabbing more bids to break out. Okay, so let's start off with the daily on NASDAQ. On US30. Wow, like look at these daily candles. This is a big push. Okay, so really quickly, you know, just levels. I was talking about this level all month, all week. Okay, I talk about this. This was the liquidity grab below the demand zone on the weekend where they engineered this move from the Friday Monday. Okay, we've talked about this. Now our daily neckline is very visual. We can see it. There was a pivot of support turned into resistance, turned into demand over here, because now we got the green volume closing above. See how it consolidated right at the neckline, and then we got green volume close above Friday, and then start a new week, new move, and again we approached another daily pivot area. Right there was demand, turned into resistance, double top resistance, get rejected, bring this across, and we have now current green volume above us. So this is support 1, if you want to call it, support 2, support 3. That's if you want to do it. And this area that we've been talking about over here for the past couple weeks, we can see in July and August we got rejected there. So that is our resistance, and resistance over time can turn into supply if the offers keep populating up there. Now I stretch this across and look at our daily candle today. We're breaking right through this, impulsively broke through. Look at our previous high right here. Our previous high was 35,700 in July 27 of 2023. We made a new impulse break on the daily. Let's record where our high and low of the day is and walk through. So just look over here, starting Wednesday, November 22, we have higher highs, some consolidation, higher lows, new higher highs. So we're moving. So when I'm looking at critical daily areas, I can see that this is a nice critical daily area right here. I'm going to place a yellow line there, guys. Okay. So just looking over here, if the daily candles do pull back, I'd like to see if we find some support over here at 35,285. I can see the low that got back up, equal lows holding at these areas. And we're continuing to push up. So we have a daily uptrend, making all these higher lows, continuing to push up. I'll place a yellow line there on the uptrend line just so we know that yellow is for daily, and you can see the daily nice bull move. There's the fake out. Okay, so we had this yesterday too, where it broke above the VWAP and then got faked out and then coming right back down. So we'll see now if they pick up the bids, and then can they come back up and start to consolidate near this VWAP and maybe push up for a new higher high. Cumulative volume delta currently is positive 400. So it is showing the higher lows are being bought up with good buy stops or buy limits, picking up the buyers. But remember, this is a premium area, and we have a lot of offers selling this premium area up here. So let's follow yesterday and today's daily volume. Ivy, thank you for joining. I missed you too, man. Nice to see you. I hope you are doing good, man. Thank you. Dorcas, welcome all the way from South Africa. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you guys joining from all around the world. It's very nice to see everybody that we're touching all around the world. It's very nice, guys. Thank you. Okay, over here, guys. So yesterday we had a nice big bullish move that pushed up, and then we found some resistance and we closed strong. We closed volume above our previous Tuesday's high. And then look at today. We opened up side by side, no gaps in the market, small wick. So you know, like when I try to assume it's going to come down red, maybe touch 50% of this volume and move up, we got a higher low today. And then the wick we already filled, and we pushed out of this big resistance. This is big resistance. This is from, remember we were talking about July and August of 2023. So the daily candle impulsively broke out, just like a 5-minute candle does. That's a daily candle that impulsively broke right through this supply, and we came up to 35,780, purple line, that's our high of the day. And when we touched our high of the day so far, it got rejected and we're coming down here. Okay, so some critical now daily levels. Yesterday's high is fresh in the market, so I'm going to place a yellow line at yesterday's high right there. And it's in our zone that we're trading right here. So if we do come back down, if the sellers push it down, push it down, push it down, push it down, I want to see if it can hold support right here. And that's roughly a little bit, like if I look where 50% of today's volume is currently open and where it is, half of it is probably right around there, right? And it's a nice psychological number, 35,600. So what I do there is I'm just going to place a green box, just a little bit, like halfway, right there. And I want to see if the volume comes down, how it will react in this green box area, okay, right there. And I want to see maybe if it comes down, maybe it holds, we pick up more bids, and then it comes back up and fills that wick. If we lose this area, then selling pressure might have momentum and continue to push down where we opened over here, and maybe if it can't hold, our low of the day breaks, and then we might start to trickle down where down into where the physical bodies are. We've got a lot of physical bodies here that were resistance at one point, resistance, 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 turn to support. Maybe if we lose this, it'll come down there, then come down there, and then 50% in this green bar. I could have another line like right in there. So I'm preparing myself in case the markets sell off tomorrow or next week. I have my levels of support and my scalp zones. If we continue to push up and we come back up to the high of the day and we have US30 breaking out today or tomorrow, what's above here? We got to look above the purple line to the left of the chart, and I see some price action. I can tell you guys the exact time and dates when it broke out. So here, February 9 of 2022. That was the last time US30 broke out of here. And when I can see where it broke out, it came up there, pushed down. Came up again the next day, pushed down lower high. I can see in over here, October of 2021. I can see over here, November of 2021. Same thing. Lots of resistance there where they pushed the market down. So I'm going to place a yellow line to catch maybe that area right there, to catch this area right there, to catch this area right there. 35,860 might be our next pivot. And then when we come up, I can start to see some volume. I can start to see some wicks up here. I can start to see some pivot points right here, right there, right there, right there. And guess what, guys? What color will this box be? This one will be my new red box going forward into the future. Okay, so we found something. Now I stretch this zone across. And then there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I wait for the volume to get up there, and when it gets up there, I make a decision on what I'm going to do. Okay, so back to we've got some good areas above us. We've got some good areas below us. Let's see how it trades inside here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to break and dissect this daily candle down into the hourly increments, so then we can start to see how exactly US30 has been moving in the last like 24 hours. So remember this area where it came up right here. This was Wednesday, 2 p.m. and power hour, and then they pushed it down. We came back again up there, midnight, could not break, and then when did we break it? It kind of broke at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. There's a 3-bar play breaking out. Right here, 7 a.m., we got the volume close above, and then Wall Street, we came down bearish, retested here, picked up the liquidity, pushed for new highs. Again, a pullback at 10 a.m. today, pullback roughly 50% in there in the volume, and continue to push out where we just tagged the high of the day at 11 a.m. Eastern. And since then, hourly candle pushed down. Next one opened up bullish, lower high, continued to push down for a lower low, close right here. This candle that we just started right now came up and pushing down with a lower high, but no new lower low in the market. So now buyers are bringing it up, and we're consolidating as a spin top right now with some indecision in the market. Okay, so number one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this big red box now because we're trading in this area. Now let's configure and figure out our hourly area. So high of the day, we have no volume up there. There's where it got rejected 2 times. So it came up, got rejected, and pushed down. We came up again and got rejected. So let's bring this hourly resistance box across. Let's bring this green box across, and let's now see how the hourly candles are trading in here. So it came down. We've got some equal lows, just one little impulse breakdown there. So I kind of want to put a white line, maybe like right around here, to gauge interest where hourly support is. So white line for hourly. See, this hourly candle came down red at 10 a.m., back up. This one at noon came down, right back up. And this one we're trading right now came down, back up. So it's safe to say that we do have hourly support being raised. See this green box? Remember where I had it at that critical daily, but we're up here now. So what I'm doing is I'm just raising my green box right there to try and trap the liquidity. Okay, and then now we have an hourly consolidation. We've got our resistance, we have our demands. We could start to see now patterns being formed in here. This was our first push up where we came up, and then we retrace right back down here, and now it might be coming back up. It might come back with a lower high. We could consolidate right in the middle. Maybe it will make another attempt to come down here, maybe another bottom. Maybe it comes back up. We look to see if we can break our high of the day, maybe close above there, flip this. Maybe we're coming up here, or there's gonna be the direction where we break down below here, close below, retest this, we make it red, and then we're touching down in here and maybe down in here. Or we might just trade sideways and range for the next little bit inside this box. But what we're also going to do is we're going to break this down to the lower time frames. We can go to the 15s, we can go to the 5s, and we can watch exactly what's going on in here, and maybe we can trade this zone. I can also see my hourly resistance right now. There was a wick there, body to body, and a wick there. So if I really want to trap my hourly resistance and support, I can put a white line right there. So I have a white line here and a white line here. I have my bigger resistance above there and my bigger demand there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the 5 minutes and watch the 5-minute time frames. And this is what I enjoy scalping, are the 5s. So this is our zone now. Again, we can measure the move from top to bottom, from red box to the green box. So when the red candles come down, that could be a scalp right there for 30 pips to the white line. But if you want the full move, our full zone is, look, it's 100 pips is the full hourly zone. But we can scalp like from here, green coming up, and then we make a decision at the white line. And even when it comes up there, if you bought and it did come close to that white line, you're up 50 pips, make a decision. But you see now how we got lower high and rejected right there. Now I'm going to trap this even more. I'm going to do a red box right here on the 5 minutes. I see right there it got rejected, right there it got rejected, and we're trading into it right now. And so if there's our zone. So if we can break maybe above here to the top of the red box, I measure. If that's a buy, I'm going to take on US30 and I'm going to scalp that. That's approximately, guys, that's a big zone, 35 pips. Okay, it looks very small. It looks like a small zone, but there's a lot of volume in the markets today. It's Thursday. So that's a big zone. Halfway, even if we go halfway, you're looking at 15 pips. And you know, when I go halfway, I'm looking at right there. I draw like a red line at the 5 minutes. That used to be a pivot on the 5 minutes. See, above 50% of this green candle, we held. This one closed below and started to drop. But even to scalp, even on the 1 minute or something even smaller, if I'm just looking to scalp from here to that red line, it's 16.6 pips. You can now factor in your spread, so a little bit of slippage due to when you do that, but you can still maybe grab 10 or 12 pips coming up there. Maybe you can get the full amount, and then you see if it will break out a little more and come up there, and then you get your additional pips. Okay, but maybe it will impulsively break out of here too. Maybe it will be an impulse where it comes up and then gets rejected and then comes back down, and then it pushes down. So we have to be careful here, because we can see to the left of the chart here, right over here, we got rejected at the red box. It made this at 120. It made that big strong move, came up to the hourly resistance and got rejected, and it came all the way down, but it got a big nice liquidity injection, and now we're coming up to see if we can break out in 90 seconds. So you see, again, it came down. The sellers were trying to push it down. You can see the red bubbles, but you see green. They were bidding it up. They're asking to trade up here, and it got above again the VWAP, and maybe we're going to push and break out bullish above this area right here. And you can see it's kind of like a double bottom that formed down at the hourly support, where it came down one bottom. There's our neckline. This looks like a bottom. It is a higher low bottom, but I like to look at this one, this liquidity grab, and then all the volume is still held above here. So it is pushing, trying to break this neckline, and maybe we can fill a little imbalance. Maybe it gets rejected. Maybe it needs to pull back down, but then when it pulls back down, we see if it picks up any higher lows and continue to accumulate. Okay, is anybody in a trade right now on US30? And then when I look for also where to place maybe a red line, I'm going to place like a red line to see if it will hold right here. Why? Because look at the price action. Okay, just look to the left of the chart. Right there, that's about 50% of that green candle. Look at the retest, came down, back up, came down, back up. And Red volume closed below that red line, came up green and got rejected there. See, held there, and then see the big liquidity grab, and then the volume is still above this red line, 35,680. So we're still holding good higher low support right here in the market on the lower time frames. Right here, I'll draw a green box. Okay, just to illustrate that we are building off the bottom. Again, the candle came up, lower high, they rejected it. So we didn't get volume close above our white hourly resistance. This is where it could build, and then there could be an impulse break. Okay, so I'm going to wait and see if some volume can close above there. Let's throw some EMAs on the chart. 9 EMA, we are currently above the 9 EMA. And the 200 EMA is all the way down here. So it is showing strength. We are above the 200, we are above the 9, but we're approaching this hourly resistance, and to see if we can break out of here with some good volume. You can see where we're getting rejected on Bookmap, right over here. Okay, in this area. Okay, we came up with the buyers, and then they got trapped, pushed them down. They wanted to bid it up and ask again. They came up very, very strong, and then it got rejected again, came all the way down. Maybe it was a stop hunt, stop raid down there, and again they're coming right back up. So this is that area we have to break. Do we have any big order blocks above us offering? This big one right here, 35,796. There's 66 offers. That's the biggest one, and that's where the heat is, right up there. So we're going to see if we can penetrate through here, and if these offers get pulled, the buyers could drive right through here, but maybe it gets rejected and we'll come back down again to test like this VWAP, or you can see the big block bids below us making higher lows. Right here at 35,736, 66, 35,740, we got 49, and maybe these are going to start to populate and increase the depth of market to see if we can break out of here, okay? Guys, did that analysis help? Let's just look at RSI indicator. Okay, so RSI, we are currently above 50. That is like when we're at 50, the strength is neutral. It's neutral here, but we're a little bit above it. Okay, so it is showing a little bit of strength on the buyers, but not enough to just like go all in here. Okay, this is where the market could consolidate and get neutral and fake out a little bit. It's not like we're strong, we're above 60 heading to 70. That's where the buyers are in control, the strength is on their side. Or if we were like very low down here, 30 or 25, shows where it's getting a little bit oversold down there. We are at a critical area in the market at this neckline. But the 5-minute buyers are trying, but if they get exhausted, then a big offer can populate in the market and push this thing right back down. Okay, so just careful trading up here. Okay, if you're speculating, maybe you want to speculate a buy, maybe you want to speculate a sell. Go small, test out the markets. If you need to get emotionally involved in the markets and test things out without doing any damage to your account while you're seeing what's going on in up here. I'm currently not in a trade. I'm waiting myself over here to see what will happen up here. Okay. If you guys liked that analysis on US30, can you guys hit a like on YouTube? Almost 200 viewers, guys. Thank you for all the likes that you guys have been giving lately. It is really appreciated here at SST. Thank you, guys. That's all we do this for, is just a like from you guys. It does help the YouTube algorithm. If I can ever figure out this YouTube algorithm, if I put a thumbnail of Kim Kardashian's ass on here, I guarantee you will hit 1 million viewers. But when it comes to financial education, I don't know what else to do. YouTube does not get us out to the people that need a financial education. But Kim Kardashian's ass, we would probably have 1 million viewers on here right now. Maybe we should change our thumbnails. No, Carlos. Anybody watch the Raptors game last night? Big game against the Phoenix Suns. Wow, I didn't expect the Raptors to beat Phoenix. That was a big game. Anybody watch that? Okay, so just to talk about what caused like the bullish move today in US30, United Health, guys, make sure you put this on your watch list. United Health, they're comprised of 9-10%, 11% sometimes of US30, the way how it's weighted. So, okay, guys, see that? The buyers tried, they tried, it got rejected, closed below, and now they're pushing it down. So no buys. You see the faker out there. Okay, so let's see now if they'll continue to accumulate and pick up these bids and come up with a higher low. Okay, so let's be patient. Unless you want to scalp a sell, that's fine, but let's be careful in this area. Okay, let's show some discipline. Let's be patient here. Let's see how this thing builds. So what I was talking about was United Health. Add them to your watch list if you guys do trade US30. Can maybe give you an indication of it's weighted at 10%. And today, United Health is up 2.3% today. So United Health is pretty strong today, and it's holding pretty well. There was a dividend analysis on them today that maybe caused them to spike a little bit. Guys, learn about dividends, okay, for passive income. Tomorrow is December 1st. I get my Enbridge dividend that I get every single quarter, every single 3 months. It is a 8% yield with oil and energy. So you kind of want to buy the lows on those things when they dip. And heading into the winter in Canada, oil and energy, probably I need to heat my home or else I'm going to freeze in here. It's a good dividend stock for those that are looking to retire and set it and forget it and just collect a nice quarterly dividend. And what I do is there's a dividend paid out every single month, but by every 3 months. So with Enbridge, I get paid December, March, July, and like every 3 months. And then you can throw in another one. I have also bank stock, what I was talking about, TD, financials. So I kind of diversify my portfolio where I have oil and energy, I have a financial, I might have tech and Apple, and then collect a little bit of a dividend. So when I retire, I have January, I have a dividend. February, I have a dividend. March, I have it. So around the entire year, you're collecting dividends tax-free, and you can enjoy retirement and maybe live off of that as supplemental income for some of you guys that are looking to retire, or you're young and want to learn how to do that. So guys, financial education, learn, be a sponge to the markets, learn as much as you can about dividends, learn about as much as you can put in Canada, your RRSP account, in America, your Roth account, all of those things. You know, it's good to do that, guys, at a young age. I know everyone doesn't want to do that because everyone wants to buy fancy cars right now and things like that, but it's good to put some money away. Not a lot, but maybe dedicate maybe 5% of your paycheck to go into long-term investments. Just my advice, guys. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just telling you what I do, so I can speak on that personally. Okay, so we dipped down, came back down, coming back up. So you see how we're consolidating? See where the volume is trapped now? You can see right in here, in this order book, the yellow line and the VWAP. This is where it's, so you can see our offers and our bids. This is like the tug of war that's fighting in here. So we're going to see who comes out of this area, and maybe we'll break down a little lower down here. Maybe we'll break out again. But I'm watching for volume to close kind of above this hourly white line and see how it's building off the bottom. So it did push down, but it's coming right back up. And guys, there's also a thing, about the dividends, drip. It's called, you can, like, what I do with, okay, so for example, myself, I'm probably going to get maybe 50 free shares of Enbridge tomorrow, okay, as a dividend payment. So what I do is, I don't need that money right now. I can, it just goes in there, and it's automated to buy more Enbridge gas. So I'll get 50 free shares and keep cost averaging down and collecting that dividend and just keep building passive income. I do that with TD, I do that with Apple, I do that with a lot of the securities. I make sure you have, like Dow Jones, how Dow Jones is diversified in different sectors. Make sure you pick your favorite stock or security in each sector, and you do your research on it, and look for the blue chips, look for the big ones. Don't do the pump and dumps. Stay away from garbage when you're actually looking for your retirement. And NASDAQ pushing down because of NVIDIA today. NVIDIA is down 3.4%. That probably has something to do with why NASDAQ was pushing down today. Okay, if you trade tech. Okay, so you see how we're still building. Okay, we're building. It came down. That's why if you sell, inside this little zone, remember what I say, pip and dip. If you caught that candle, it dropped 10 pips, like if you're just scalping in there or you're holding a sell. I don't want to trade in here. It's forming a pennant right now. It's coming up, lower high, lower high, lower high. I see the buyers got trapped right there. See where they are? They're trapped, and now the offers might you'll see like engulf this area in the depth of market and maybe try to break the VWAP and push down further. So we got to continue to let this thing build in here. Okay, sellers really pushed it down. So for some of you guys I saw were in a sell. So if you got the sell here, pushing down, let's see if it comes down and tags this green box down in here or breaks, impulsively breaks. And if there's an impulse break, there's those two bodies right there, 35,670. Maybe if there's an impulse break, it stops right there. So like if it's a big red candle coming down and it breaks this green box, it might come down to this red line. That's where those previous bodies are in the market. And if I bring it to the left, I can see exactly how it reacted over there too. See where it retested the red line. Here it stayed above the red line. Here it was body to body at the red line. So if it ever does impulsively break this green, it could just come down there and pick up a higher low and go right back up. But it came down and now it's pushing right back up. So you see, it's just in this area. It's a tough area to trade in. Yeah, Myron, the Raptors game was a good one last night. I enjoyed it. Raptors are very streaky this year. They lose to the worst teams and then they show up against the big teams. Cowboys tonight, guys, for the football fans. American football. Dallas Cowboys, Seattle Seahawks tonight. Cowboys should get that one. I'll be going to Buffalo Bills in Dallas in December 17 in the freezing cold Orchard Park of Buffalo. If you guys have ever been to the Ralph Wilson Stadium, it is freezing cold in there. But they have the best tailgate. Anyone going to be there? The Buffalo Dallas game, December 17? I'd love to meet you guys. Okay, while US30 is consolidating, do you guys mind if we do a little NASDAQ analysis right before 2 p.m.? We'll leave US30 right over here. Sorry guys, I will give you guys the live chart. One second. Okay, Zoom chat, there's a TradingView link. That's the live chart of US30, what we just analyzed. Ruben, watch some rugby? I'd love to. You know, Dave used to be a big rugby player. Dave used to be big in rugby. I got to get into rugby. I've never really sat down and watched an entire game, but yes, it's a great sport. Okay, guys, I will leave Bookmap with US30 because I know some of you guys are in buys, in sells right now. See this area right here? This is kind of the neutral zone that I would consolidate right here and then just watch how it continues to accumulate in this zone. This is kind of like a no trade zone in here. Let's see who makes out of here, who continues to accumulate more. Remember, someone is gonna, like, we're not gonna have US30 trading inside this box all day today. We know that maybe it might make that push to break out of here and then make that move. if the buyers keep accumulating off the bottom, which they are currently doing. And we know that if sellers bring it down through here, that it could sell down to that green box. Okay, so just careful in this area. Again, if you're taking some trades, speculate a little smaller feeler trades until maybe we figure out the direction of who's gonna move this thing. Okay, and we're 5 minutes away from 2 p.m. So if you're not in a trade, I would wait it out right now for 5 more minutes to see how we get our new hourly candle. And remember, this thing could be developing like a double top up here, where it came up one time, kind of this area is our neckline below the green box. It came up again, that could be the double top, but all you need is that red volume to just start pushing down. There's our M, and then maybe we come down into here. So just be careful. We caught a range on this call, but you see how it broke the VWAP and still picked up the bids, still accumulating in this area. The cumulative volume delta, guys, like, keep an eye on this, is now 560, so it keeps building as we go into 2 p.m. our new hourly candle. So maybe it might be, and then these hourly candles you have to be careful, because these are where the momentum changes and they can fake out the market. So they could show a big green positive candle breaking out of here. It's great if you're in a buy, if you buy the impulse, but you got to understand that sometimes these hourly candles are just to drive, hit the pending orders, and then they reverse it. We've seen that yesterday on the call. Remember when US30 took out the daily high, the purple line, and it looked like it was going to move, and then they retraced it down, and then it started to push down. So similar situation could happen here. So just be careful up here, guys. Do you want to wait 4 more minutes to watch how US30 closes before we do NASDAQ? I think that's best, because if I start doing NASDAQ, I'll do a full chart. We might miss. Let's go to 205. Let's just see what happens here with US30, and then I'll do NASDAQ, because this is a critical time in the market. So I want to really see what the market does right here. Okay, so I saw some of you guys said you guys were in sells. Some of you guys are in buys. I'm going to ask right now, what is everybody in again? It helps me over here to know what everyone is trading to. Vadi, you're in a buy. Okay, so you're getting the push, the impulse above the break, above the high. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. So this is what they're initiating. So the sellers got squeezed down there. You can see the sellers got squeezed, and now it's breaking out. Let's see if we get some now green volume close above. This is sometimes where you get that impulse move that if you're already in the buy, you get rewarded. But what we're looking for, more importantly, what I'm looking for is the closure. Where will this thing close? Because it came up multiple times and got rejected. Came up multiple times and got rejected. Again, it could just come up impulsively and get rejected again. So we gotta see where this thing will close in the next 2 minutes. Yep, you can. Yeah, you're also waiting, Astro, for the 15-minute to close. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see the 15 minutes. Yeah, so the 15-minute, Astro, it's making its way again up to that hourly resistance. So let's see if we get some 15-minute volume to also close and confirm up there. Maybe we pull back a little bit, and then we continue to drive to fill these big wicks over here to the left of the chart, and then we get up to 35,750 maybe. Yep. It's still making higher low, like if you want to draw a trend line. That's the ascending triangle that we talk about. Ascending triangle right there. Okay, so you see it's ascending, like when a plane takes off, it ascends, higher low. That looks like a stop hunt or liquidity grab, and continuing with higher lows. But let's see, this is our flat resistance level. And we're looking to break and close, and then look out for the breakout, the closure, and a retest in the next 50 seconds. And then if we get the volume close above here, what we're going to do with the red box is, guys, we're going to flip it green. In case it pulls back into there, we want it now, see where the big block of bids are in the market. Beautiful candle breaking out of here. Okay, so 30 seconds, remember, shows the momentum like a basketball game. 24 seconds, here it is. This is the 24-second shot clock right here. So big move. Look at it, filled maybe it filled the entire imbalance. Remember there, from the white line to the red line. That's sometimes I like to scalp that move, guys. You know, I've been known to scalp for 5, 10 quick pips. That's exactly sometimes what I look for. But you can also go down to the 3 minutes, 1 minutes to watch that develop. But let's see here. So I'm already flipping the red box green. It's a big candle. Okay, so if it pulls back, it could be a 50% pullback or a retest. Right now it's ignited red. Let's see it come down. If it grabs a wick, it could look at how short the wick is above us. This could be that new 15-minute, new hourly momentum that continues to break out. But if we look for it to pull back, we're looking for it to retest this area at some point. Okay, we got a now strong move here. Okay, couldn't break. Look. Okay, now it's ready to possibly go here. But I'm looking for a pullback at any time to see if it will come right there. Strong candle. Okay, so they open this candle strong in the first 45 seconds. Just cleaning up the chart below us. Okay, so keep your eyes on Bookmap as well. 35,800. There's 35 bids up there. The whole psychological number up there. Right here. Okay, it's transacting, still holding nicely. Okay, this looks like a strong move, guys. Strong buy. Could fill imbalance, fill these wicks, and then come up to 750. Remember we said come up to 750. And inside the big red box, there's our resistance at 763. Body, body, body. Beautiful move out of here. Yep. If you're not in, let's see. Maybe it will get rejected. Maybe we let it come down to us, and then we can buy with the big block of bids. Okay. If you're not in, you don't need to just buy the high. You can if you want, but we can also wait for maybe a pullback. Okay, but that's an example of an ascending triangle breakout. So that's why I said if you're in sells, I said you got to be careful selling, because the way how this thing was developing and how it was bidding, and this candle right here, that liquidity grab and where they took out possibly all the stop losses with this wick right here. That was kind of a clue that the buyers were in control right there. Wow, nice buys, guys. If you guys got the buys, congratulations. But look at now, okay? So we just hit our resistance. Remember what I said there, 35,800. I put the yellow line there, guys, okay? Those whole psychological numbers. Now it's coming down, okay? So let's see. Right there, it tested our red line, okay? Perfect. Let's see now. It's a big spin top candle. This thing is going to close in 2 minutes. Maybe we let it close, see where it will close. But you see where I placed that red line? That was half of the zone. From the white line to our previous red line, half of it was right there. See how it retested exactly? And look at the number, 35,725. We talk about this every single day, guys. Does that make sense? Why I placed a red line there for a pullback? Or if you're in a buy to consider maybe holding your buy, right here. It's still holding 50% of the volume at the whole psychological number. It doesn't get any more precise than that. Now it's continuing to build. Do you guys have any questions as to what is going on in the market right now? That was that move. Okay, but now it's consolidating. Okay, so did it break? Now I look to the left of the chart. Did it break any new highs? What were our previous highs? Right over here. See right there, there, and there. Look at, we tapped right into that, 747. Tapped right into there. That's why I love trading, just filling imbalances. And then you know exactly what you're looking for. And then it teaches you to not be greedy. It teaches you to be disciplined. It teaches you how to just get in, get out, get your pips and dip out of the market. Or learn how to place a break even or learn how to utilize a trailing stop loss. This also teaches you how to hold trades. If it retests and holds above 50% of the volume, we could continue to build. Okay, so we closed with a bullish spin top. It opened ignited. So I want to see if it can hold. But we're looking at the size of the wick too. It's a little bit larger than like a small wick, but this candle is ignited. So it might, fill up like an engine that's a rocket that's filling up with fuel, and maybe it might have enough momentum. But it came up lower high. So if it can't hold this red line, it'll come back to test this previous low. It's still holding ignited. I can see it right here. Still holding. No, follow the hourly trend. Best set. Always follow the higher time frame. Like right now we're just scalping 5 minutes. But if you're looking for the overall trend, you follow the 15s, follow the 30, follow the hour. Higher time frame, more emphasis on higher time frame. So you're not counter trading. Okay, now you see the big heat in the market. Okay, see up here? 35,820, 71 offers. Right below it, 815, 46 offers. Right below it, 810, 34 offers. Let's see if they get pulled. See, now they got pulled and 820 just put 101. And see, they're transacting up here. This is the live auction. Okay, so it did come up and then got rejected. Lower high again. If we want to trap this volume, okay, I can see. Look at how it traded in here in the past, right in this kind of that area, red to red. We're right back in this red to red. Okay, but let's see what happens here. If it gets rejected like here, maybe it will push down. This might be an area to sell below to come down to here. But you see, it's got a lot of resistance. It's trying to break now. Here it got rejected, here it got rejected, here it got rejected, here it got rejected, and here it got rejected. And our previous candle got rejected right there. Now it's filling up. It was bullish ignited. The size of the wick does matter. So this one's got a lot of distance it's got to do to fill, but it's getting up there. So it's ready to possibly break out. What happened to all of those big orders up here? They got pulled. Here we go. So if you're still in your buy, it's going to possibly break through to maybe tap into the bodies right over here. If it can continue to break this psychological area at 35,750. But did you see how that big block got pulled out of the market? It probably placed it a little higher. See how the depth of market now, we've changed the depth of market. Look how its cumulative volume delta is all positive, 800 now. I think when we started to call it was 300, moved to 600, now 800. So we do have a lot of positive buying volume. Delta is very positive. Juanito, nice bro. You made your zones on NASDAQ and you managed to trap them. Good. That's all it takes. Yeah, Juanito, the trapping gap, bro. Just and be patient and be patient. Okay, strong move. But this was a prior neckline over here too. Elliot, you took 30 pips on US30. Congrats, bro. Good job. Okay, sorry guys. I will get to NASDAQ one. I just wanted you guys to. I know that you guys were in this while we were, because you guys told me some of you guys were in buys and stuff. I just wanted to break that down for you guys. What just happened? And you see how the move started just right before 2 o'clock, and 2 o'clock continued the move. So you always got to understand those hourly candles when they come into the markets. Now look at this 35,801. This is where the depth of market could flip. Remember, it was all red in here. Now we've got it filled with all bids. It completely filled this entire zone. But we'll see if the like now when you look at RSI, remember we were hovering at 50. Now it's getting stronger. We're at 62. This thing can still drive. It can still get stronger and try to break previous resistance right here. careful selling, guys. I'm telling you, this is a strong move. Every successive move was a higher low, higher low, higher low with a liquidity grab stop hunt. So when you put the pieces of the puzzle together, that was just a nice natural ascending breakout right here, and it's continuing to build. Look at how they gapped it up now. Now they propped it up. See where our candle closed? They gapped it up a couple pips to see maybe to take out some pending orders up here to see maybe if it pulls back again too, guys, where? Oh, pull back to 50% to that green candle, still holding. Wow, there's the bullish candle. See how they gapped it up? They propped it up to push it up to go up there and take out those orders. It's kind of like, you know, a little kick in the butt by the, like they're pushing it. They propped it up. They opened it, ignited, so that it could go up and grab all those pending orders. Now it grabbed them. Okay, so that's, you got to understand when that candle forms like that, you might get some additional pips, but you got to understand what the market is doing in that situation, why it's going up there. Okay, so now I kind of trap it right there. I want to see if it will continue to, if it breaks 50% there, like if they pin it and they push it down, this might be an area to possibly sell down in here. See how it's coming down now? They pinned it. Did it come up to reach these bodies? No, it's a lower high. We can see where our trapped liquidity is right there. Now the sellers might move the market away from those trapped buyers because it came into our bigger red box. That's our hourly. That's our bigger zone. But we got to see, will they push impulse down below 50% here? Will it close red? Maybe come back up? This is where maybe we look for a double top situation like an M, and then to see if this thing will start to break down. Yes, Bassett, you got it, bro. You say we have to follow the higher time frame trend, means if that 1 hour trend is bullish, means we have to forget sell. Yes, unless you're counter scalping, like a red candle that just comes down a little bit, but you have to respect the higher time frame. The buyers are in control of the security right now. It's making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Close of volume above hourly resistance. We still haven't retested in here. So you know when we talk like fair value gap, where's our fair value gap? From this wick to that wick. You know, see this green box? Oh, oops, let me just move my green box. So this is where we might get a situation where it might be a tap and go in here. See right there what I just did? See the wick, the previous pullback, and then that wick? See this volume? It's unmitigated. It hasn't been transacted. Those are pending orders sitting in the market. So the green box, I stretch it across. I stretch it across in the future. At some point, I don't know when, but if the market comes back down to the green box, that might be an opportunity to take a buy and bring it right back up. Okay, so just, you know, this is for traders that if you miss out on a trade, this is how you can position yourself to get in a trade at a later time. Place an alert there. Place an alert. If you want to place an alert like right in the middle of the box or at the top, just to give you an indication, if the market comes down, that could give you a heads up that that might be a possible area to maybe look for a buy. Does that make sense? You know, some of you guys do trade with the fair value gap, but you can clearly see it. It was the wick that pulled down right there and that previous. See how this volume right here from there to there, untouched. Virgin liquidity. Okay? Virgin liquidity right there. Okay? Untouched. Okay, so at some point the market may come down and play around in here, and it might be where the big block of bids are pending and waiting in here, but it's continuing to break and push, and that is basically the high of the day right there. There's our purple line, high of the day right there. This, if it comes all the way up to the high of the day, then that might be an area where we can look for a sell. Let's let it melt up all the way up there, and then maybe a big order, a big supplier will come in the market and start to push it down up there. Dorcas, you got some pips on a buy? Congratulations. Adrian, I'll look to trade always, but sometimes I like to just explain what's going on in the markets. You know, sometimes I just like to come on and explain what's going on. It helps too with you guys learning what's going on in here. Okay, so I'm just kind of cleaning up my chart. So that was a full move pretty much to fill up to there. Oh, full move would have been up to those bodies for 45, 46 pips. Okay, but you see here, consolidation. This is where we had a green candle come up, go back down. Green candle come up, go back down. Green candle come up, red candle go down. Green candle come up. We broke the high of the day. So look at if we kind of just trap this area where most of the volume was here. What time of the day was it? This was 11:30. Sorry, this was the start of 11 o'clock to 11:40. So that was like a 30-minute candle of consolidation. And now that's what we're going to see if we break out and tap into that high of the day. Okay, now RSI, you see how RSI is moving close to 70. Okay, it's getting overbought on the 5 minutes a little bit, and it's approaching the high of the day. So remember yesterday we had this where it broke the high of the day, and if you bought up there, it just went for maybe 10 pips above, and then it sold off. And this could be the bigger M pattern. Okay, let's just zoom and look at it. The big move, like the bigger zones, red to the big green boxes. Here was that one. We came up there. We came down to our bigger green box. The hourly, remember the hourly. Now we're coming up to our hourly big red box and the high of the day. So maybe they impulse it, take it out, take out some liquidity up there, and then they reject it, and then maybe it comes down. Maybe below here, we can sell down to that green box. Then if it comes down, we test this one and then continue to go down. But this thing might continue being bullish, might continue to break. I don't see any critical red volume closing below any areas yet, so we have to be careful. Guys, it's up to you. Do you want to stay on this chart, or do you want me to do NASDAQ and then come back and then we'll look at both of them side by side? Or do you guys want to watch US30, how it's moving right now? This is completely up to you. I can do a quick, maybe 5-minute top down on NASDAQ, or if you guys want to stay and we focus on this, you guys are the bosses. You guys are in charge. Okay, so I see some of you guys are Dow. I just want to see maybe if it consolidates, and then will give me a couple minutes to go to NASDAQ quickly. Okay, Noor, NASDAQ, you're in buys. Okay, so just really quickly, Noor, without doing a full top down, just 5-minute analysis right here. Okay, we see our neckline right here, here. Okay, we're approaching it right there. So let's see. Where did we create our support? We got good support here. Yep, Dow is breaking out, guys. Okay, so look for that liquidity grab to the high of the day. Let's see if they do something like they did yesterday. Okay, and Noor, we got to break out and close above here, and maybe take out this 5-minute high over here on NASDAQ, close to 15,900. If it pulls back, we want to hold above here on NASDAQ, above there, above 15,852. See if it continues to build in here. Okay, I'll do a proper top down on NASDAQ, but just want to watch this, how it's developing here. Okay, so you see where we're trading. See where I trapped it? Like, you look to the left, you can see where the volume was, but every time we're pulling back, it's higher low, another one. Let's see if it continues to break, and that's our high of the day. Okay, this wick right here at 1125, that's our purple line, 35,777, just like those slot machines right there. That's the high of the day. So liquidity grab above that purple line on the 5 minutes. Let's look quickly. Okay, I got nothing. 15 minutes, I got nothing. 30 minutes, I got nothing. 1 hour, nothing. 4 hour, nothing. Daily, here we got something. Okay, look, I had to come all the way in the daily to find where it was trading above the purple line. Look at back in January of 2022. Guys, what year are we in? We're almost January of 2024. Last time US30 trade, right there. You see what I'm looking at? 788, right there. See there? Body, a body. I can even go up a little higher right there, through 807. Find some hourly areas right there, 810, right there. I could continue to go up. And now I found a grid. Now I go back. See our hourly candles, very strong and bullish. Remember what we were saying about the hourly candle? If you want to sell, you're selling a strong hourly candle. So careful selling this thing right now. We got to wait for it to maybe get pinned somewhere near the high of the day up here. Okay, so if it breaks out, right there, there's our purple line. If it breaks out, maybe we tap into 788, and then that's where they reject it. Okay, if it's a lower high, and then or that one. Okay, so but right now it's not there. These two are tweezer tops now. Okay, so let's just use our price action analysis and what we know so far. Those are equal highs in the big red hourly box right there, about half of it. Okay, from the top of the red, bottom of the red box to the top, half of it's right there. Did it have enough momentum to take out the high of the day? Not yet. So what is that telling me? They're lowering the offers right now. But if it keeps loading up, like every pullback, if it keeps loading up, then it might come back up to take these highs out. So if you're in a buy, this is where trailing stop loss comes in the market. Like let's say, for example, you bought this breakout candle, or you were in the buy before it happened. Right here, you can see now structure being built. Have a trailing stop loss here. Here where it pulled back into 50%, go back up. And right there holding, have your trailing stop loss right here at 750, because if it loses this, it could drop. But if you have all of this pips already secured, that's where I would place a trailing stop loss right here. Wow, guys, almost 300 viewers. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all of you guys. You know, when you guys hit the like buttons and subscribing and sharing the videos, we reach more traders. So thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so is anyone still holding buys? Are we running a trailing stop loss? Have we at least gone to a break even for risk management purposes? If you go to a break even and you're in trailing stop, you have no anxiety in the trade, your emotions are good, you've secured some pips, and let's continue to learn how to do this every single day, guys. Okay, that's why I spend time. We spend time with you guys to teach you the fundamentals of trading. Go through the motions. Don't just leave a live trade. If you're up 50 pips, don't just go open, because you never know. If some situation happens, it could come down. Protect your profits. You make a little bit today, you make a little bit tomorrow, you make a little bit the next day, maybe you lose some on the following day, but your account is growing slowly and your confidence is growing and you're learning all about risk management. And then when you feel comfortable, yes, you can do a little bit, try a little bit size bigger as your account grows, or your confidence, and you want to try a new prop firm or something like that. But guys, let's learn how to do this first. Okay, let's learn. Vaddy, 50 pips. Excellent. Nice one. Nice one, guys. Okay, you guys see how nice everything when we put the pieces of the puzzle together, guys. Guys, if you can, take a snapshot of this chart right now, and everything that I've highlighted here, Look at the look at the bigger hourly support box. It came down. We started our first leg up. Big move. Then it pulled back. Higher low. Can look at the trend line. Look at the liquidity grab right here. Okay, that's telling you they came for a stop hunt. They grabbed all those pending orders. Closed. Look at where the volume closed. Higher low, higher low, higher low. Ascending. The plane is taking off. This was our hourly resistance. We broke above it and closed above it. Look at the retest. Came back down into here, retested, held. And since then, higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. Now we could be consolidating right here at the high of the day. So let's move our consolidation box right up here, and we're going to watch this area unfold. This big red zone, I can maybe now, if you want to get rid of it, you can kind of get rid of it, or what you can do is you can just kind of modify it. Maybe it's still right up here. Okay, so we're selling now. Okay, so this is a bearish engulfing candle coming down. So now guys, this is where a lot of traders get trapped. This is our first move up, and then our first move coming down. So a lot of traders get excited when they see a red candle and they go all in. But remember, you're selling into block of bids, and that's where it could catch a higher low and then squeeze you and continue going back up. So we have to look for volume to close below here, or we got to look for it to come down, go back up, maybe a second top where more offers and more selling pressure comes in the market, then they push it down for a second time. But you see guys, that was a bearish engulfing candle, and it just opened. 5-minute candle, it just opened. It came down. A lot of traders get excited. First red candle, they sell. And then look at what happens. It continues to squeeze and go up. There, it just tapped the high of the day and could be really squeezing those sellers that tried to sell right there. That's why discipline. Don't always just count. This is a big train, and you're jumping in front of a train that's moving. You'll probably get run over. Forex traders, your stop loss is hit. How is your stop loss hit? You were selling this? Please tell me why like you're selling. I tried my best of the ability to not have you guys sell this move. So if your stop loss is hit, I'm confused right now. I don't know what else to do here, guys. Honestly, I'm out of words. I'm out of breath right now. I tried my best to get you guys in buys and hold the buys because nothing is breaking down. If you sold and your stop loss hit, I have no idea what's going on. You sold the previous move down. This one down here you were selling? Please tell me you were not holding your sell. Oh my God, guys. We have to close trades, guys. Oh my goodness. If you're selling down here and you see this big bullish candle close above, that might give you an indication to say, hey guys, my analysis is not right today. I'm going to close this trade right now, take a little bit of a loss, but now look at the loss that you've compounded. Unnecessary. You just gave the market all of that money. Unnecessary. That's just lack of discipline. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to be an asshole. I hate to be the guy that says this, but that's just lack of discipline. Like, that's what analysis is for. You're getting your zones. You're identifying. Please respect these zones. If you don't, the market will humble you. I'm telling you guys. I don't know what else to say. Like, look at the cumulative volume delta. The whole time on this call, it was 300, 600, 800. It went up to, look, 1,000. Now it's just pulling back. It's pulling back, but look at the depth of the market, how it's building. Remember we were in here where it was red offers? Now it's all green. Remember this next zone now? Look, it's building green again. Look at, they gapped up another green candle. They really want to take out this high of the day up there. They're trying. Okay, again, a big red candle. Okay, and then again, a lot of sellers are going to go all in now because they see a big red candle. It could do the same thing where it comes down, picks up a wick, and goes up. But it's just, to me, I would rather wait for it to close to show me, as opposed, unless you're just pipping and dipping. You like that red candle and you want to grab 10, 15, 20 pips really quickly, yes, you can. But you might have to understand that it could just pick up some bids and come right back up. Alan, welcome back. How am I doing? I'm a little stressed out on this call right now, but I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Again, guys, big red candle came down into liquidity of bids and going right back up. If you don't understand concept of pipping and dipping on a candle like that, that dropped 15 pips, then what could happen is it picks up bids and comes right back up. I don't see a double top. I don't see red volume closing below here. And look at it. It flipped as a hammer, guys. This thing wants to take out the high of the day. They gapped it up. They reloaded with some liquidity. They got the fuel, and now they're trying to come right back up again. Okay, guys, so let's show our Discord signal for buy so the viewers can see here that we're in buys. Okay, so today 229, 3 buys, long over here, long US30, running 88 pips at 230. Okay, so very similar chart here, coming up, closing above, more volume above here, liquidity grab, follow your price action, trend line, higher highs, higher lows, again retesting here, and then the breakout, coming all the way up to this previous resistance. Okay, guys, so use this as confluence when you're trading as well. And there's, oh man, okay, so if you're selling, you're squeezed out of the market. I'm sorry, guys, to tell you that. It's now pushing. Remember that white line? We got that from, what did I say, January of 2022. Okay, guys, so the double bottom and then the breakout here at 130. So right here, guys, okay, it's clear exactly what we were charting over here. Okay, so that's the buy signal moving. So did you know, see where it pulled back red? I know they're exciting, they're big red candles. I know that one was a big red candle too, but it's countering the move. So it's good for 10, 15 pips, but if you don't have the discipline to get out and know how to counter trade, it can continue to break highs. Remember, if you're following the hourly, the higher time frames, The hourly is a big, look at this big bullish candle. You're trying to short this big, strong hourly candle. It's continuing to push up. On the lower time frames, every single pullback is buying up all of the bids, and it's continuing to drive. Look at it again, small wick, open, ignited. You got to see a 50% pullback into the body, and it's still going. This big red box now, the high of the day, is now could be the demand zone going forward, going into maybe power hour this afternoon. Okay, so you see this thing is continuing around. Remember that next hourly resistance up here. Do you guys have any questions about this signal that was sent out? Okay, right here, long US30 at 1 o'clock, 35689, the level, 35689. See the line across? Now you can see it came down, picked up liquidity, closed again, pulled back into 50% higher low. We got more volume closing above, and there's the buy situation coming all the way up to 100 plus pips. That's how these signals can help with your own charting and help complement what you're doing. Okay, so we are filling all those hourly imbalances back. Look at, if we break this hourly one, where could it go? I have nothing above here. So I got to go back to the hourly, back above that white line, all the way into the past over here. Daily, we got to go back to the daily. There it is. Okay, above here again above the next white line. Look at next levels, maybe right around here, 825, 826, right here. Next one. Okay, and then the next one, these are hourly zones right there, 840. Okay, so do you guys understand this call? There was no sells. Okay, this is a strong leg up. Dorsey, these signals are in our Discord channel. You're welcome to join the team. There's a signals only membership, just the signals. I recommend that you get the one where you can join us in all of our Zoom calls. You get our education. You get to join the Discord community with all the members. That's the one I recommend because you get more education as well. Okay, and let's see NASDAQ, how NASDAQ is performing as well. So NASDAQ is still inside here. It's still consolidating. US30 made the move today, okay? While NASDAQ is still consolidating below here. Still has not made its move yet. So this is when you have cumulative volume delta that's very, very positive, and you're selling against this. Okay, now we can see, okay, they rejected it right here at a nice whole psychological number, 35,802, 800. Again, it pulled back. We have an inverted hammer. We're going to see where this volume will close now in 10 seconds. If it still closes with some green volume, you still have to respect that green volume. Could open green and try and fill that wick again. Okay, so it closed green. They gapped it down red. We're at that hourly white line. Let's see if it continues to build here. Maybe come up. It might come back down and to retest the green box again. But look at it. It's a strong candle, retested. Size of the wick, yes, does matter. If it was a shorter one, we would have been breaking out. But this one could still accumulate and come up and test the next hourly resistance at 35,810 and possibly 825 up there. And then now when you look at RSI, this indicator, you know, when you keep selling, when it's 70 and above, this is now strong strength. This could continue to push. You know, a lot of traders just look at 70 and hit the sell button. But again, if you're doing it, you're getting caught and it's another big bullish candle. Wow, this is such a strong move. Is anybody running a trailing stop loss on this? Or like majority, some of you guys said you guys were buying in here as it was developing. Now I would run this thing, if you're in with a trailing stop loss, maybe like somewhere in this green box, because if it loses this green box, possibly going to sell down in here. But if you're holding, guys, this is a fantastic trade. Nice signal sent out. Okay, some of you guys that do follow the signals, that was a really good signal at 869. NASDAQ is moving now. Yeah, NASDAQ, okay, so it's building too. Maybe NASDAQ will start to break and then fill up to 15,900, that wick, and then continue to fill right up to 915. Right here for NASDAQ. Right here. Strong move. Okay, so this is now trending. It's trending. You have to be very, very careful selling this. There's no opportunity to sell, guys. There's not even a red candle closing below 50%, below a critical structural area. So this is where you have to be smart. Okay, if you're selling, unfortunately you could get caught. But if you sell and it's going against you, there's no point in keep holding your sell. You've got to close it at some point. Otherwise, the market will keep moving. And then then you keep accumulating another sell and another sell, and the market keeps moving, then you're gonna do a lot of damage to your account, unnecessary damage where you didn't have to be selling this in the first place. Okay, so we gotta like if you're looking to sell, you gotta let this thing melt up. We gotta see where it will get rejected somewhere at this hourly. That's our next daily right there at 35,860. NASDAQ now is making its move, or it's going to try and break out again here. No, careful buying at the highs. Careful buying at the highs, because you can see 5 minutes, it's very, very overextended. Okay, RSI is now 75, but remember, this thing can keep driving. It can go to 80 RSI. What we might have to see is where will this thing maybe consolidate now, in between which zone? Will it consolidate in between this hourly zone right here? Okay, so you see here, this was the previous high of the day. So any pullbacks would be coming into the green box, where maybe if it sells down, back down into the green box and maybe pick up big bids, and then this thing could try again going up here. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of this green box just to show where our previous, remember the purple line. Okay, so the purple line was today's high of the day, came all the way back down to hourly support, came up and closed and continued to fill back to the high of the day, and we got good volume closing above the high of the day, and another ignited candle with a short wick that wants to continue drive. Now we see a big block right there. There it is. 35,890, 105 offers. So that is a relatively large block that just came into the market right now, right up there, that yellow line. So that could be where our white line is, that the next hourly resistance. NASDAQ closed above. Flip the red box green if you can, and see if NASDAQ will start to build and start to take out this high and maybe come up to our next resistance. Maybe we'll see going into power hour at 3 p.m. Maybe that's where maybe the markets will sell. But let's go to a full screen hourly, and let's see where our next like kind of hourly zones are. Okay, so you see like this big hourly candle. It's going to close in 13 minutes. Okay, so look at how strong it is. Your hourly support, see now below the purple line. Okay, so this is where sometimes I come back and I check right there. That's where we previously got rejected at 11 a.m. Now if we hold above there, again, that might be 50% of the hourly volume. Any pullbacks on the lower time frame maybe could be buying opportunity there to come up. If it red closes below here, then we might push back down into here. Remember, there's nothing above us here, because I had to go so far back on the dailies to find our next levels, because it's been a couple years since Dow has traded up here. Okay, NASDAQ closed above, confirmation close above, retested, pushed the wick a little bit, but let's see, any pullbacks you kind of want to accumulate inside here, and if it continues to push, looking for NASDAQ to fill up to this wick, 15,897, 900 area, and maybe if it can continue to fill, maybe up to 915. Yeah, this is crazy. Like US30 is a monster right now. Pacific Life, why don't I stream at 9 p.m.? We switch up the hours. Every couple weeks we switch up the hours. We'll do Tokyo again in the next couple weeks. We'll do some New Yorks this time. We'll do some Londons here and there. But just different times all the time. Okay, so for today's lesson was, don't counter the trend unless you know how to counter if you're scalping for 5-10 pips of those red candles that look like they're bearish engulfing, but they just come down to pick up high levels of liquidity. Same with this one too. Like, it's not ready to be sold yet. Look at the RSI. This is where a lot of traders get thrown off. It's at 76, 77, and the thing is still driving. Like, remember here, 35,890, that's where those 105 offers were. Look at, there's only 34 there. They got pulled, and now they're up here at the psychological number, 35,900. So you see, they're just pulling the offers, and then it allows the volume to just continue to drive and squeeze the short sellers. NASDAQ, perfect. Coming up, maybe filling the range right here. Guys, this is a big move. Okay, so I just want to show again one more time how signals come out and how to utilize these in your trading to help you. Let's go check out that US30 one. Okay, US30. Check out the signal, how it came out with the algo. Okay, long means buy. Okay, not like a long investment, just buy signal. US30 35689. Okay, and then the way how it develops, like here, the line, static line. Looking over here, 689. See, it came down, formed one bottom. I analyzed this, we discussed this, and it came up and closed, pulled back, holding, higher low. Did it come down for a double bottom? No, higher low, and then closing, another confirmation candle. Now you can kind of enter the market. Now you use your skills. Ignited a candle, breaking above here, and continuing the move. The liquidity grab that we saw where it came down, picked up the liquidity, coming back up, holding, retesting. This is where sometimes if you pick the right move, the right trend, you can add a couple positions to the move and then get the full breakout above here, what we're watching, and that new daily high breakout. Okay. Guys, did any of these explanations, the signal breakdown, help you guys out today? I did not once say to sell today's move. The way how it was developing and the signal came out, we were watching for ascending triangle, liquidity grab, hourly demand. Like, let's all just put a check mark. You know, when you're putting pieces of the puzzle together. Did we fall down to hourly demand? Higher time frame. We're trading 5 minutes, but we went to higher time frame. Yes, check mark. Are we building a kind of like a double bottom? We are, but with higher lows. So that tells us something, that the bids are being lifted up. They're being propped up. They're coming up higher. They're supporting the move. And now when we look at the trend line here, trend line there, higher low, trend line there, higher low. Now this big long red candle, that is to give us analysis that it was a stop hunt. It came down there. They raided all the pending orders, stop losses, grabbed all of the liquidity down there, all the buy limits, buy stops, everything. They cleaned up the board is what we say. They cleaned the board. They grabbed everything and then they closed it back up here. And this is ascending triangle when you learn your patterns. Flat resistance top, ascending off the bottom, and it's got a high probability that we're going to continue to break out bullish, which it broke out at 155 and closed above. 2 o'clock, new hourly candle, retraced down, held support, the green box, and since then, higher highs and higher lows. This was a red candle that came down for 15 pips, but it's just countering. You got to be quick to grab your pips and dip. And then it continued to come right back up and still moving strong. Our RSI indicator is getting out of control up here at 77. So a lot of traders just want to hit the sell button with no volume, closing below, just higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. NASDAQ breaking out as well. Perfect opportunity to grab NASDAQ. Same situation. NASDAQ just took a little bit more time to develop, but it's there. It's filling up to here. Now it might pull back again, higher lows. If it can break for the next zone to fill, up to 915, right up here. And then there's my next zone. Bodies all over there, 930. It's about 10-15 pip scalp zones right there. Next one above there, 950. 950 is my whole psychological number. I see all the wicks at 950. Guess what I do up there? Red box. That's my next bigger, higher time frame zone on NASDAQ. Will it go down? I don't know. I don't know. Will it go down? Maybe at some point it will go down, but currently not yet. Maybe it's got to tap into it's got to find the big supplier. Right now, the offers you're seeing are just getting pulled, and it's allowing the bids to just continue to populate here. Bassett, I think you nailed it. That's following the higher time frames. That's the lesson of the call today, guys. You know, sometimes we get lessons. Every day we're going to learn something new. Today, the lesson is understand what the higher time frame move is, and don't go against it. Trade with it if you can. Guys, this is why traders make so many mistakes right here. This is why retail traders lose a lot of money, lose challenges, blow up accounts, over risk because they're selling, and then keep adding sells, and then they can't close positions too. Like right here, if you were selling these 3 candles, they came back up, and then that candle kind of confirmed everything. You cannot be in sells any longer. You got to cut those sells, take the loss. Yes, traders do take loss, but you minimize your loss. That's trading with discipline, and you trading with good risk management. You close the trade. That's it. The market proved to you that it's not selling. It closed, confirmed above a bigger time frame. Now, you got to close those sells, because if you don't, then you get a big, massive loss that you didn't need to take. And now you hate trading. You say it's a scam, this, that. No. The markets do what they're going to do. You, as a trader, have to adapt to the markets. You could have closed the sell, take a loss there, and possibly bought here or here. You could have recouped your loss right here and made a little bit of extra profit coming back up. That's what trading is. Adapting. Adapting to the market, making decisions depending on the time frame. If you trade 1-minute candles, you got to make decisions very, very fast. If you trade the 5-minute candles, you got to make decisions. If you trade 1-hour candle, you got decisions to be made, but you not as fast as scalpers need to make rash decisions, because now you turn a scalp into a long hold because you can't close it, guys. You got to learn this. Okay, now we're consolidating in between these hourly areas. Now we might maybe find where it's going to rest, consolidate, maybe start to sell off. Again, it could be one leg that sells down, like how it came up, maybe sell back down to here, and then might pick up the buyers again and come back up. But then we got to look for that second time. We haven't found one double top yet on this run, so we got to look for maybe 2 tops or 3 tops like this. Then the offers we know are coming down, maybe going into power hour, and that might be an opportunity to maybe look for a sell. But power hour could just be pullbacks and continuing to drive with the market. That's the way it's going right now. Okay, so guys, use everything, all the tools that SST gives you. We try our best with trade signals and everything, trade management. We try to walk you through exactly what's going on. Yes, there's going to be where it pulls back, volume closes above, come back down, understand what the wick means, where it closes, another retest, and then it goes clear the area, and then it's off. And that signal came out at 1 p.m. Okay, right when we kind of started the call. Forex traders, yes, you need to keep learning, but while we're learning, learn small. Learn if you can with a demo account. Learn if you can with just micro sizing if you're using a live account. Something very, very small. If we make that mistake there, we lose a couple dollars, okay? But we can recover and then we learn. But when you guys are over leveraging your accounts while you're learning, it's the most difficult thing to do as a retail trader, is to learn, but you're trading with a big account that some top traders don't even trade with. So you have to understand that sometimes while you're learning, go smaller. That's okay. Forex, it was such a small loss, but the lesson is more important than how small the loss was. Okay, just learn from that, and then tomorrow when we trade, let's try and adapt and do the opposite of what happened today. And that's how we learn, and that's how we move forward. We've all been there, we've all done it, but we gotta learn from our mistakes. We all make mistakes. You're not the only one. Believe me, I make mistakes daily, but I have to learn how to adapt and continue. That's what trading is: adaptation and moving forward. If you can't close a trade if it's not going against your bias, then you're lacking the discipline needed. You gotta be able to accept losses, guys. No trader is perfect. Banks, JP Morgan, they make mistakes. They over leverage too sometimes. Top banks, regional banks. You see the regional banks collapsing because of over leveraging. Just like how retail traders over leverage, banks can over leverage, and they're in big trouble. And you saw recently Signature Bank, you saw Westcor, you saw all of them get shut down, close down, consolidate to the bigger banks. They over leverage, they make mistakes. So you and I are going to make mistakes as well. Guys, power hour in 10 seconds. Okay, so if you're going to continue to trade power hour, let's be careful. Okay, look at now the heat, 35,900. Nice psychological area. Now going into power hour, maybe we're going to start to see more offers come in the market, maybe to push this thing down. But it could just be a retracement too. It could just dip down a little bit and go back up. But now we're kind of barcoding. Green, red, green, red. Maybe this is where the market now is going to cool off. Maybe we look for red volume to close below here. May pull back up. So you got to know where to place your stop loss as well. This is where you got to give it some room to breathe. You cannot just go in and hope that it's just going to drop. It could be an elevator coming down, absolutely. But you still got to factor in, if you're going to sell, how much room are you going to give it to breathe? But you do have to have a stop somewhere in the market. So calculate the zone, get your ruler and measure from here to there. How many pips are you willing to risk if you're looking to sell this afternoon in the last hour of the markets? Could develop into a sell. NASDAQ, we hit our line up here, the previous highs, could pull back down to the green box and maybe go back up. If it closes below here, dropping. Same with US30. You got a big red candle. Okay, this is power hour now pushing down. Again, it might just come down to the 9 EMA and go back up. We got to look for maybe that second top. So we can see that they're holding right now, red up here, stretch it across. Maybe we see if it comes back again and then they reject it, and then maybe look for an opportunity down in here. Benjamin, thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Guys, okay, so just to reiterate, tomorrow's Friday. No NFP tomorrow. It's next week. Okay, so let's just pay attention to also tomorrow afternoon. Jay Powell speaking at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, we will be live at 1 to 3. So we will be trading. We'll be analyzing the markets when Mr. Powell speaks at this time. But keep in mind when he speaks, markets can move, can be volatile. It's a Friday, so please allocate a certain amount of risk for that. Okay, and over here. Discord's signals did really well today. Nice signals. And if you guys want to join the team at Stock Sniper Trading, we'd love to have you on the team over here. Join the free Telegram that we have linked at the top of the trade. Over here at the top of pinned at the top of YouTube. Those are all of our social media, Instagram, website, YouTube. Thank you guys if you can join that, and join our Instagram as well. Okay, and this is where now sometimes the markets change the last hour of the day. Okay, and guys, we appreciate you. Thank you to all the likes for all the viewers. Enjoy your evening tonight, and we'll see you guys tomorrow again, same time, 1 to 3 p.m. and we'll see how the markets are trading tomorrow on a Friday with Jay Powell in speaking. Okay, so thanks guys, enjoy your day, God bless. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate all of you guys. Have a great evening. Practice proper risk management. Thank you guys.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to another live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys. My partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, you guys, 200 pips, please secure.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stock Sniper Trading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.